Hi and welcome to another BrewDay Chronicles. On this one, we're going to be doing the Milestone Shine On 2-can kit. Okay, so this is what we're doing now. We don't need that, we're taking the cans out. What you get basically is 2 cans of malt extract, pre-hopped. Yeah, 2 of those. I'm going to stick just them in some hot water now. Okay, so they're going to go in there to soften up, ready to go in our bucket. Now the 2-can kit will be enough to give you a gravity of about 1040, which should ferment down to 1009, thereabouts, according to the instructions, which should give you an ABV approximately around the 4% mark. Now, we're going to do something a little bit different with this one. Oh yeah, you get the German ale yeast, which we're not going to be using. I'm going to save that for something else later on down the line. So what we're going to be using is the yeast out of the old grain saison that I did. We're just going to dump the this beer on top of that, and we're going to use that to ferment it. Also different to what the instructions say is I'm going to add some brewing sugar, so I want to bring the gravity up and in turn bringing up the ABV. Okay, so we're going to let that heat up. We're going to let that sit in there for about 10 minutes so it's all nice and liquidy. We'll put it in the bucket. We're going to put the sugar in the bucket, hot water in the bucket. Then we're going to top it up with cold water, and then we're going to dump the whole thing into the yeast, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, so I'll catch you in another 10. Okay, we're going to dump the sugar in this bucket now. Here, we're going to use a kilo of brewing sugar. Yeah. That straight in there. Of course, the brewing sugar is dextrose, yeah? So that's that. And we're going to use half the water, which is a kettle full, which is 1.7 litres. All that in there. We're going to use that to dissolve the sugar. Okay, so we're going to stir. You know, some people say, making kits is easy. Yet I managed to put a kettle full of cold water in the bucket. Fuck's sake. Let's fill that up. We can't do nothing about it now. We'll boil that one up. Like I said, we can't do nothing about it now. It'll still dissolve, but it's just going to take a little bit longer. Okay. Now here are the 2 cans. Now we're going to heat up in there quite nicely. We're going to put them in there with the sugar. As you can see, it's not going to dissolve as well as I'd like, purely simply because it was cold water. So, but we are where we are. So that's done to the point where we're ready to pour in the liquid extract. I've got another kettle on. I've switched it on this time. So we're going to let these cans heat up, pour it into the bucket there, and then top it up with cold water, obviously, and then straight into the yeast. Also, because we've got to up the gravity a bit, it's going to up the ABV, obviously, and it's going to give it a stronger alcohol taste. We're going to dry hop this as well with Mosaic, probably 28 grams, and we'll dry hop for about 7 days, I think, and then hopefully the hop aroma and flavour will counteract the alcohol. That's the plan anyway. So we'll come back to you in a minute. The thing about these boxes is, if you cut the shield out, you can put it on your tap, or you can scan it and make labels and put them on your bottles. Handy. Right, okay, so we're ready to put in the malt extract. You'll be able to see it from that distance, I'm sure. So get it in there, stir it around, add the hot water, and then we're going to move on. Okay, another towel. These cans are very hot. Let's bring in that water. Yeah, so in goes can number 1, and we will rinse these out as per standard procedure with the kits. In goes can number 2. Get a spoon, just talk about you retarded. Who said can get's a simple fuck's sake? So I'm going to leave that in there. We'll just get another one. Stir these cans up and then we'll be able to wash my hands. Try and get that stickiness off that spoon. So we'll just stir these up. So. These in there, we'll try now. Try and get the sticky mix off that spoon. Sounds like the kids are killing each other. Clean. Can you see it there? Light on, hang on. There you go, nice and clean in the can. Job done. So that's both cans in there. Let's just bring you over. So that needs now to being stirred, which is going to be quite hard because it is quite syrupy, as you can see. It's almost like a toffee. Okay, so we're done. It's all mixed in, all dissolved. Oh, no more stickiness. It looks quite dark, but it is a light beer in colour. So all we're going to do now is add the cold water. I'm going to say there's 5 litres in there already. So we're going to do another 15 or so. I'll probably take it to the 23 litre mark because we're going to lose quite a bit in the trub. So I think there's about a litre of whatever's in the bucket already. Okay, so and this will be going into a secondary, obviously, for the dry hop, so it is going to be pulled off all that, and we're going to lose a few, probably a litre or so, to the hops. Okay, so I'm going to do that, then we'll come back, and then we'll dump it on the yeast. Alright, laters. Okay, so we're done. It's in the bucket, and I'll give you a quick look. Here it is. No, it's in there. It's there. We're at the 23 litre mark. The yeast is in there. Currently saying 20 degrees, which is okay. It's aerated purely just by sloshing it all about. We're going to stick a lid on that. Obviously, I'm going to need to change that because that's not what it is anymore. Airlock's in place. I am going to put a heat belt on this. I'm going to put a heat belt on it because it's rather cold in here, especially at the night time. You know, there's actually no radiator in my kitchen. So yeah, let's stick a heat belt on that. Obviously, let that ferment out. And then I'll do a short video on the dry hop. Okay, yeah, I'll just add it onto this one. Okay, so you probably, so we're looking at probably 17 days. 7 days time it should have fermented out, then another 10 days dry hop, and then we're gonna keg this one. There will be enough left, hopefully, for a few bottles for me to keep. So when I brew the other kit of the same name and whatchamacallit, we could do a little taste test against them both. I'll show you quickly the gravity if I can. Which is focus. I don't think he wants to focus here. Keep going and stop. There we go. Well, that's the best I'm going to get it. And it is 1060. Stupid camera. Anyway, it's 1060. I don't know if you quite caught that. 1060, that's 20 points above what it should be. So yeah, pleased with that. Should be a good one. Hopefully that'll be somewhere closer to the 5%, even 6%. Who knows? But we'll see. Okay, that's it for now. I will see you on the dry hop, and then I'll see you on the tasting. Take it easy, guys. Okay, this is the final stage. The beer has been fermented now for 7 days. It's gone down to, it's really gone down to, it's gone down to 1010 from 1060, so that should give me somewhere in the region of 6%, something like that. I've not done the calculation yet, but. And here I've got 28 grams of Mosaic leaf hops. They smell lovely, really lush. Can't wait. And I'm going to put these in. I'm going to put them in the primary. There's no point siphoning off into secondary. I'm trying to avoid oxidization. So these are going to go in. These are thawed out. And nice. Some twigs there, a bit of iron. Anyway, there you go. So that's it. Show you. You can see there's not a lot of hops, but we'll put them in there, and I'm going to pop the lid back on. And dear lock. And that's it. All that's left to do with that now is to let that sit for the 5 days, like I say, and we'll. I'm quite sure what I'm going to do with this keg it or bottle it. We'll see. If I've got any kegs free, which probably will have, and I've got an empty keg there, but I've got plans for that. If one of the other kegs are empty, I'm going to keg it. If not, I'm going to bottle it. There is. So if I lose a litre to the yeast cake there, I'll still have like 22 litres. So there will be some getting into the bottle, regardless. Who knows? I might even send a couple out. But we shall see. We'll see what it's like first. So yeah, but I've got high hopes for it. Anyway, that's it for this BrewDay Chronicle. I shall see you on the next one.